Buddy, hope you're doing well. I can't hear you right now with all this going on. All three of you actually know me. You know me pretty well. I'm very active in the county with everything that's going on. And I think that this really is a no-brainer. I mean, I think it's something that, yes, you have to explore the options. You have to see what it's going to cost. But the whole purpose of the Land and Water Trust Fund is to preserve places like this. And we don't have anything on this side of the pass that is a recreational space for families. I've done an online petition that people are going to submit the signatures for. We've done some preliminary actual signatures over the last week to tell you how important this is to everybody in this community and beyond, because the disc golf course is ranked, I think, 36th in the United States. And I've heard from people from several other states that say that they come just to play the disc golf here. So as someone mentioned earlier, the amount that they can bring in for the economy of the Bailey area is amazing, because they're not going to just come and leave after they play one round of golf. So I just think we need to find out a way to work this out. I think it's very easy for BOREA to get caught up if that's what they need to do. But I also think that there's other ways to set up a nonprofit or something with the county so that we can work together and get this done.
All right, thank you for your comments. Appreciate it. All right, well,
I want to just say, so, and exactly kind of what you alluded to there is that the money that property is already making, you know, is pretty substantial. The possibilities of what that property can make is exponential, because like you said, there's nobody there manning the gates to charge or anything like that. That property is self-sufficient very easily. And the other part of what we're trying to accomplish here is to community and bring, so, you know, set up, you know, once a year, twice a year, whatever we need to do. This is, you know, maintain the park day and everybody show up and bring your bags, and we're going to pick up garbage and pick up dog poop, and we're going to, you know, drag things around and fix the trails or whatever. That doesn't cost anything. There's going to be a lot of that. And as you indicated here, additionally, we've already how many signatures already that really want this to happen. I think the actual money out of pocket on your once it's owned is pretty minimal, if any, because I think it's going to be just the potential is so huge.
Yeah, well, and that's, you know, if you just look at history with the Lake George Community Association, with the riding arena and, you know, everything they've done to support that. And I think, you know, we usually have a little bit of maintenance that we can do through land, but not land and water trust fund, but through the conservation trust fund. You know, we bought them a whatever that thing is. It has switch in the name, but it's for maintaining the arena. And you know, there's a lot we could do, and I just think that, you know, Lake George has got a really neat place. Fairplay, if you're here, you've got, you know, we put money into the Fairplay Beach to help them with that, and the river walk up in Alma. We've done so much of things to support outdoor recreation. I just personally think that this, to me, fits in for something on the Bailey side. You know, they have dreams of a river walk in Bailey, but you know, when you got this much room between the edge of the highway and the river, there's not much river there. When the other side of the property, or the other side of the creek, is owned by people, and it's privately owned, and then of course Denver Water owns everything that goes down the middle of the river. So I just think it's a great opportunity, and I would like us to you know, kind of tell Tom we have to do it in a big deal, because this is what we talk about. Is Tom, can you explore that for us?
and we can look at the model. I mean, I live in Lake George, well, outside of Lake George, and the model for that park, they've had that park and that association for a long time. And the community, their mindset is they own it and they take care of it. And it is very successful. And so if we can find a way to make it work, we will investigate. I am all for outdoor recreation. I mean, we are at our best when we can be in the sunshine and breathe fresh air. There's no doubt about that. So, we will do our research. We've got one more person online, and then, I'm gonna close comment because we've got a meeting in, about half an hour, but let me, Lindy, I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Okay, thank you. I've lived in this area for 45 years. I taught at the middle school for over 30 years. We used to take our kids up, we called it the Hickle Hike. We took them outside. They loved it. We used to take kids to Rocky Mountain National Park. And I've been retired and I live within a mile. I walk down to the park and I have been thrilled to see families picnicking on that ground, the cross-country team running on that ground. Kids need to be outside. I have been so amazed. I've gone there the day after a big event and you wouldn't know there'd been anything there. People respect that property. Yes, I've picked up some dog poop. But this property is essential to this community. It's essential to our kids. It's essential to our future of our kids. We've got to get them outside. And, you know, I'm 75, my husband is 78 now, and that property has kept us moving. It's just such a value, and I can't tell you how thrilled I am.
Thank you very much for your comments. We appreciate
Thank
them. All right, and Monica, did you like to say something?
I do. I think this is a great opportunity for another park. And I just always think of Park County as a park for all seasons. And this just seems to fit that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and Liz, did you want to make another comment or do you need to lower your hand?
You know, if this was CCI, I got a feeling she would owe everybody a double.
That's what I'm thinking too.
That's our rule there. You don't have your- you can't fight us.
All right, very good. I think that's the case, just overlook lowering the hand. All right, well, I know that this came up pretty quick, but we'll let commissioners make any other comments, Dave.
I would just say I would challenge the community to step up and get it together because this is your opportunity. You know, we can go out, we have funding, we can pay a reasonable amount for this land, but then what? Then it's up to the community. And I think Lake George is an excellent model for you to look at for how it works. Being Methuselah that I am, that community came from literally a piece of ground from the county to what it is today in the span of about 40 years. It took a while, okay? But they were diligent, and one of the first things they did is they built a picnic area and an amphitheater so they could get together and have barbecues. It's one of the first things they did in Lake George. One of the second things they did, they had an arena and it got improved with time and it is now a very valuable asset and it can be used by gymkhana's all through the summer that I see.
All
All through the summer, the discourse there, the proximity to Lake George, easy on, easy off to 85, or excuse me, Highway 24. This has similar qualities to it. So now, how do you, the community, make it work? Couple of suggestions. One of them is the chairman mentioned recreation district or special district. There are devices out there if you want to go through the brain damage and look at that. It's been talked about before, never gotten the over approval for a rec district in Bailey. That's an option that could be looked at for maintenance and operations. Let me ask you this question. How many people use the 270 acres owned by Park County and County Road 43?
We don't allow it yet.
That's my point.
Because we're working on it.
That's my point.
Yeah, but
The county bought with Land and Water Trust Fund from Duke Dozier, 270 acres of meadowland on Deer Creek. Well,
yeah, but
5 acre foot of water, right?
yeah, well,
But it's supposed to be a future wildlife area or something. But there's 270 acres that was purchased in 2016 that gets very little utility.
And it's
I don't want to see the same thing happen here.
It's not like
This is my point.
This one's.
If you know where it is, but the county is making sure we don't have access.
No, that is
As I understand
That is not true.
it. Okay.
You are totally offline. CPW, we have an agreement with CPW. CPW is managing that. CPW has to come up with a plan.
Is it limited? Is
It
there
will be
dates?
limited because of the subdivisions around
Is
it,
there
but there
dates?
will be parking, similar to what goes on at the Climb Range. Where we will have a certain number of parking places as people park, but CPW is working with us to do that.
It's an asset we don't have access to.
And to get the state, CPW to move quickly is, it's like they say, pushing a wet noodle. It's really a challenge, but this one is already developed, and so we hear you, yeah, we hear the we will investigate, but, look at Lake George and the structure they have, and think, talk among yourself, because, you know, we hear you, we understand the need, and, we will do our investigation, do math, look at the budget, look at the potential, and, this will definitely be coming up in the future.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
thank you very much. I think we're good. Emmy, Cindy, anything else? All right. We've got a half an hour break before our formal, public hearing, so appreciate you guys, and thank you for showing up. Thank you.
What is the difference between this meeting and one?